Jeff Howard here at Kiteboarding.com, and we're going to talk about trainer kites. Trainer kites are one of the most sold kites in the kiteboarding side, in the shops, in the industry. There are so many trainer kites sold because they're used in so many different purposes. Now, the main thing to getting into the sport of kiteboarding, this is your first step. Learning to control the kite, that you're not going to beat up an inflatable one, a lower cost. Is going to get you out there, teach you that hand and eye coordination. That is the very first step we ever do in getting a lesson. We either rent or we sell a trainer kite. So talking about it, which one, there are so many options out there. There is a price point for which you're going to get a quality, good flying kite. Now, once you hit about the $100 to $140, those are going to be the ones about the lowest you're going to go. It's going to have a bar that's going to be flying it just like you're in the kiteboarding mode. Have that bar, have the lines, everything pre-hooked up. Now, if you go a little bit lower, there's some decent little foils out there that you can fly and play with. Here we got the Squirt. This is the DP Squirt. This is a 1.5. Great little kite. It doesn't have a bar with it. You could rig something onto it. It's not as advanced. It's just a smaller. It's good to get those kids involved. We love these little tiny ones to get the kids out to play around with it, see if we can get their interest. But you can't beat the price mark of this little Squirt. But again, it doesn't have the bar. The most popular in the industry are the ones who do have the bar set up, lines, everything, getting the color coded to teach you how to start managing that kite in the air, get that hand and eye coordination, and get the feeling of like you're kiteboarding. There are 2 lines, there are 3 lines, there's water relaunchable foils. Now, depending on what you want to spend and how you're going to do it. If you're going to know that you're going to use that kite down the road for maybe pulling you on an off-road skateboard or playing around with a skateboard, we have some areas out here that we can go and sell in light winds. I always have a trainer in my kite, in my truck. It's a lot of fun if the winds are low or the kids want to play around. Once you get one, we get so many people who rent them and then they just come in and buy one. So 2 line to 3 line. There is quality all the way through. There's coloring that look really nice. Some that are going to fly a little bit better than other ones. Obviously, if you want to spend a little bit more and have that 3rd line, the 3rd line helps you relaunch that kite once it's down on its nose. You're going to crash it, you're going to put it down, and by simply pulling on that 3rd line, it's going to relaunch. Now, the other side of that is the safety as well. The 3rd line can shut the kite down. You have a wrist strap on, you throw the bar like the Ignition. This is one of our very popular ones. Very, very high quality is the Ozone Ignition. They have these in multiple sizes. Again, give us a call depending on the power that you want, how much you weigh, how much you want to spend, or how much you want to use this kite. So that will determine the size, but it's really, really nice. It's got the 3rd line. Everything is in this bag ready to go. You basically unroll it, and it's a very, very high quality trainer. You jump into the HQs. We have the Rushes in so many different sizes. These are 3 lines. Here's the Hydra. This one has valves in it, so basically what that means is the air can go into it, but once it's hit and try to back out, it has a little sock inside and it collapses. And you can water relaunch this if it's out on the water. It does work pretty good out there, but most people get into the trainers. If you're going to get into a smaller one, they go with something that it's not sealed, but the Hydra can actually be used out there to body drag with. It's got all the lines and everything else, so it's a good option and a good price range other than jumping up into the inflatables. Here we have the Sensei Trainer. This is a really nice trainer. It's a 2-line relaunchable trainer. The design behind it allows it to flip itself over when you release the line pressure, or if it's on the edge, it wants to ride itself in many cases. So the 3rd line price is kind of cut out of it. It's a little bit lower than some of the other ones. A very, very nice flying trainer. I've got a 3-meter in this that I use for my skateboards. I have a 2-meter that I'll get out with the kids and play with. The Crazy Fly Rookie, this is the same one as the Sensei, just has their logos. A really good price trainer. But there's so many options. If you have any questions about it and you're curious of should you buy, or should you rent, or which one to pick out, please give us a call here. We're happy to help you out and help you on that choice. But if you're going to get into the sport, this is the way to start it right here with the trainer kite. That's Jeff Howard here at Kiteboarding.com to help you get into the sport and learn it all the way through.